Why are bugs attracted to lights? Well, the short answer is they mistake them for the moon, but understanding that answer is going to take a little bit more explaining. First, let's take a look at the type of insects that tend to hang around bright lights at night. They're almost always flying insects like moths, beetles, mosquitoes, and flies. Something else they all have in common, besides being able to fly, is their attraction to light, or their phototactic response. This attraction to light is explained by two current theories. Theory number one is that they use the light from the moon and from the stars to kind of figure out where they're going, use it to navigate. And theory number two is that they use that light from the moon and from the stars to avoid predators. They know where up is and they know how to get away. In combination with these two theories, a lot of these insects also use something known as the dorsal light reflex. This basically lets them know where they are in relation to the sky and in relation to the ground using light coming from the moon and the stars. However, when a really bright light gets involved, that completely screws up their reflex and they get very confused very quickly. Think about this. If they were tracking the moon here, they know, okay, it's directly above me, I can get equal light here in both of my eyes, and then suddenly you turn on a really bright light. Now they're losing tracking on the moon because there's a much brighter light that's really close by. So they shift their tracking towards this light, and considering that it's not high up in the sky, it's right here, it's small, and they can get close to it quickly, they're going to kind of start circling around it because they're trying to get equal amounts of light from the light that you put up in each eye. This in turn leads to the insects basically getting stuck to the light that you turned on. Another problem is that these insects surprisingly have very poor night vision. For humans, it can take us a few minutes to adjust to a dark room, but for some insects like moths, it can take them over 30 minutes. So if they were looking directly at a very bright light and then the light goes off, they're still not going to know where to go. A lot of these theories and observations that I've talked about were all really well put together in a research paper that I found that goes significantly deeper into the science than I am going to here today. In the most basic terms though, the insects lose sight of the moon, which they were using to navigate, think the light that you put up is now the moon, so they start following around that, and because it's so close to them, they just end up circling around it, stuck in that same orbit. However, changing the color of the lights can make it less likely for insects to come around. They're mostly attracted to the similar wavelengths that you would be getting from the moon or from the stars, so changing the color of the light can sometimes drastically reduce the amount of insects that are attracted to it. That's about all I've got on this topic, but if you have any other burning unanswered questions you'd like to see answered, just drop them down in the comments and maybe I'll get to them. But at the very least, now you know why bugs are attracted to light.